Well, welcome. Here on Kangen Water Radio, sponsored by Kangen Water Nation. We are so glad to have you all on board today, as we have you on every week at 6 p.m. UK, 7 p.m. Nigeria, 1 p.m. USA Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time in the United States, 10 p.m. in Dubai, and 10:30 p.m. in India. We're so glad to have you on all over the world, from continent to continent, and from coast to coast, everywhere. So happy to be here as well. Saturday, you all may not know, is my actual favorite day of the week. So I'm always glad to come on, open my eyes on a Saturday morning and see all the beauty that is there to be seen. So we're here today to talk, of course, about Kangen water. And today's subject is going to be, we are not alkaline. We are not alkaline. Here on Kangen Water Radio, sponsored by Kangen Water Nation. Yeah? So sit back, put your seatbelts in, strap in, and get ready for a nice hour of conversation, presentation, and open to take your questions and be an answer to you. We are here every week. My name is Terrence Hope, 6A, distributor for Kangen Water Nation, as well as Dr. Lisa Singletary, who is on sabbatical right now, but we look forward to seeing her again at some time in the future. All right, so stand by. We're going to get ready to start, and hold your seat. Hold on. Mm-hmm. All right. Stand by. Clicking a button here, clicking a button there. Getting ready to start everything and move and groove as we do. Where am I? Somewhere. I'm here somewhere, right? Yeah, sure. Here. So, welcome again to Kangen Water Radio, here, sponsored by Kangen Water Nation. And so glad to have you all on board. I look across, I see the board starting to light up from across the seas, from the United Kingdom to Nigeria, Africa, someplace in the U.S. as well. Looks like Dubai is about to tune in. So we're getting a nice flow of participants from around the world. And as well, we happen to be live on Facebook. And I see, I keep that on a separate screen so I can see what's over there without overwhelming my computer that I'm using for the Zoom. Yeah? So hello, family, friends. Hello, my friends in America. I see you. Glad to have you here. You know, today's subject matter is something I like to talk about on a regular basis. You all have heard me speak on the subject matter time and time again. And what is it that I'm always saying? I'm always saying that our bodies are not entirely alkaline. That Kangen water's benefit is not about the alkalinity. Our Kangen water is about detoxification, and it has an antioxidant effect, right? You know, sometimes I pick up on the themes that are going on during the week as I run the business in Kangen Water Nation, talk to customers around the world. Overseas in the UK is half where I do business, the other half is the United States, and of course then Nigeria and Uganda, Dubai, India, so not leaving anyone out. But time and time again, what is the ongoing theme? The ongoing theme, everyone asks, oh yeah, well, you know, I want to get this water because, you know, I want to keep my body alkaline, you know, and I understand alkalinity is what, you know, they tell me, well, yeah, I want to get the machine, you know, I've been drinking, you know, pH balanced water. So I hear this all week long, you know, and all week long, I'm correcting. So I want to kind of put a big stamp on here. There's a major reason why we need to be distinguished from concept of alkaline water, because there's more than one way to make a water alkaline. And something is going on around the world these days, I think particularly in the United States, that might be a bit of a cause for an alarm. And I spoke to the CEO at the time. He was in Texas and had taken over temporarily over in Japan, that we needed to change our marketing materials in Magic from talking about alkalinity specifically talking about electrolyzed reduced water. Yeah. So you all, many of you have seen my slides today. Many of you who are here for the first time, and I'm going to go through a few details. I'm going to dig specifically in to the issue of alkaline water, what it is and what it's not. So, you know, God, this morning I got my subject matter. How do I title this? Yeah. We are not alkaline. All right. And that's going to touch a whole lot of subject matter today. So here we go. What is all that noise? I see a lot of colors going on there. So glad to all y'all joining here on the call. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you often hear me give the presentation, and many of you may have become accustomed to my opening line. We shall begin at the beginning. But today, I was about to say we're going to begin at the middle, but I realize we do have a lot of new folks coming on board. So I'm going to start at the beginning, but I'm going to dig specifically in, okay? So, Kangen water, here we are. Here's an example of some of our Kangen water machines. This is the Kangen 8 machine on the far left. This is the Platinum SD501 in the middle. This is the SD501 Original. This has been our flagship unit for the past, 17 years now, something like that. And this over here, the Kangen 8, has become our new top-of-the-line machine, yeah? This was the flagship. They still call it the flagship, by the way. They never took away its title. I guess once the king, always the king. But this is the new top-of-the-line model called the K8, yeah? So briefly, what is this Kangen water we're talking about? The motto of the company that manufactures it is change your water, change your life. Because when you have a better water, you have the opportunity for your health to be better. And with a better health, you can certainly have a better life. Yes? Yes. Right? So, So over here, Enagic is the manufacturer of our machines. Enagic is the Kangen Water Company. It's the actual name of the actual company. They don't call themselves Kangen Water Company. They call themselves Enagic. And they are based in Japan. All of our machines, in fact, are made by hand individually, assigned to specific technical engineers whose job it is to put it together and whose name goes on that machine. So they are personally accountable, and they have a great passion for building these machines and making sure they're right. The company actually doesn't allow any other country in the world to assemble them, even though the machines are available in the Enagic headquarters in about, 14 locations around the world. So one can go and order the machine from a specific regional office, but that machine is always made exclusively in Japan. So they have a grand intention on the integrity of their machine and workmanship. Yeah. So Kangen water, by definition, is an electrolyzed reduced water. That's the science term you're going to look up when you want to understand what Kangen water is. Electrolyzed reduced water is produced in a process known as electrolysis. Yeah. And electrolysis is a process where electricity comes in direct contact with water. I'll say it again. Electrolysis is a process where electricity comes in direct contact with water, and that produces the outcome, electrolyzed reduced water. Yeah. Kangen water has famously been known as alkaline water. Why is that? Because there are specific settings on the machine that you press in order to produce certain levels of antioxidant strength of the water. Now, even though there are alkaline settings on the machine, the alkalinity is not responsible for the antioxidant effect that the water has. The alkalinity is simply a measuring tool as a bit of a ratio of overall volume of antioxidant molecular structures in the water at a time. So when you hit water with electricity, the water becomes antioxidant. There are going to be antioxidant molecular structures in the water. With our alkalinity, we can say, well, if we have this many alkaline molecules, right? We will have this many antioxidant molecules, right? So it is simply a measuring tool. The pH scale goes from 0 to 14. 7 is the middle. 7 is in the middle. Half of 7, anything below a 7 on the scale is considered to be acidic. Anything above a 7 on the scale is considered to be alkaline or non-acidic. Yeah. So here's your 7. Here's the acidic range, and here's the alkaline range. Okay. Now, more details. Where do I want to go? I want to get really into this thing, you know. Once again, when you want to look up what Kangen water is, you don't look up the term Kangen. Kangen is the brand name of our machines. The science term behind our water is electrolyzed reduced water. And under the heading of electrolyzed reduced water, you will see 14,000 different science reviews, clinical trials, science papers on that subject, and the outcome that they've seen in their studies. And of course, with that, its benefits. Electrolyzed reduced water is a term you could put on Google, do a research, whatever it is, and then it will go down a list of different reviews and the outcomes. We cannot make medical claims here on the Kangen Water Health and Information Call because the Kangen Water Company in Magic forbids us to make medical claims. Understandable. In our present, environment, science environment, right? So we point you to the science. Electrolyzed reduced water is the science behind the brand name of Kangen water, okay? So now you will know what to look up on your own. You can understand what benefits you might see if you're using an electrolyzed reduced water. Yes. So now, a little subject matter. So just to give you a descriptive graphic, what's happening? So I said that Kangen water is a water produced in a process where electricity hits water. Here's an example of our lightning strike. So I say, what, kapow, right? That's a Singletary likes that. We're going to hit water with electricity. Here's our model of the water molecule, H2O. We're going to hit that with electricity, kapow, right? And it's going to cause the water molecule to divide down to its segments. So you've got H2O. That's what water is. Here is your H2O broken down. OH and H, H2O, H2O. One of the molecular structures that is created is called, it's called an ion, is an hydroxide ion. Hydroxide ion. This is where an oxygen atom and a hydrogen atom bond together. You bond those two atoms together, you get an alkaline molecule. Yes? Now, this is produced when electricity hits water. Okay. Now, here's the model, and I'm going to dig into the details now, because I usually fly over these details, but today, I'm not flying over anything. Going right into the mix of it. Wow. So here we go. H2O, all right? Hit by electricity, divides into two segments, produces this molecule, which is an alkaline ion, right? Hydroxide ion, OH negative. This molecular, this ion will now be in water because all the water is not going to break down into this ion. You're still going to have water present, but now you have these hydroxide ions, and you're going to have a series of other, they call them platinum nanoparticles and antioxidant molecular structures. The antioxidant structures are responsible for the benefits of Kangen water. So now when you drink Kangen water, you are able to now optimize your detoxification. In optimizing your detoxification, you allow your body, which is already self-healing, to be better able to maintain its cell pH. So you've got some organs in the body that are alkaline, some organs that are acidic. The body keeps all the organs in their proper pH at the same time. I'm racing here because I'm trying to get someplace. I'm going to really dig into something here. This is an example of the interior of our machine where the electrical circuit is running and from pole to pole, and the production of different molecular structures in the process. I am racing. I'm trying to get someplace for you all. All right. Once again, here's a paper from Science Direct. It's a science publication where you can look up the what affects what occurs when water is struck by energy sources and the antioxidant benefits that it yields. I'm skipping. I'm going to something. Now, where I'm going today is a place where I usually kind of skim over. Why I skim over that? Maybe because I go into so much details in other sections, right? But today, we're not skimming over anything. We're going to go right into this, all right? Alkalinity and high pH. What is that all about? And why am I highlighting it in today's call? I'm highlighting it for a very good reason. In today's water bottling manufacturing industry, alkaline water has become famous, right? And so everyone's going out there drinking alkaline water, right? They're all saying, drink alkaline water. Your body is alkaline. Staying alkaline keeps you healthy. Therefore, eat alkaline foods. They'll often begin to tout alkalinity is important. I drink pH balanced water, some people will say. That's been said to me this week. Alkalinity is important. I drink alkaline pH water. I'm trying to buy one of your machines because, I want to get the alkaline water. I know pH balance is important. All right. So what happened out here? Kangen water, because of that alkaline molecule structure in the water, became famously known as alkaline water. Now, in today's call, I described Kangen water to you as electrolyzed reduced water. I emphasize that it's produced in a process where electricity comes in contact with water. Yeah? So I can see. Right. So I emphasize that today. So now, Kangen water became famously known as an alkaline water because of that alkaline molecular structure. It became quickly misunderstood, and people thought, well, it's alkaline, therefore your body's alkaline, drink alkaline water, you'll be healthy. Many of the distributors at the Kangen water company were saying, well, okay, this water is alkaline, this water is acidic, this water is good, this is bad. Some truth to that, some accuracies, and some things that just needed to be tweaked. A lot of people just didn't know. They didn't know how to describe it. They went on, I don't know where this original description of Kangen water being alkaline and being beneficial came from. I know that if you talk to any of the technicians at Enagic, they will always talk about electrolysis. They will always talk about the antioxidant effect, but they will not talk about alkalinity unless they're talking about measuring the alkalinity to make sure the antioxidant effect in the machines is occurring. That's about it. So where it came from, not sure, but it became the craze. I tell you that. It became the thing, right? I'm here to correct it. What? So now, what happens? 2003, Enagic comes into the United States. Opens up headquarters in California. Spread throughout the world from there to 2008. All the while being known as alkaline water. That trend from 2003 to 2008 got picked up by, marketing experts. And they were like, okay, what's this? Alkaline water. What is that? What is that machine? We can't do that. What we could do is put alkaline water in a bottle and sell it. Hey, we're water bottling manufacturers. We can do that. But they could not process the water with electricity in order to put this in the bottle. Why? Because Kangen water machines produce an antioxidant effect. Coming in contact with electricity. That antioxidant effect in Kangen water machines will only last for maybe 7 days. So when they talk about all these molecular structures that are being built up, all these antioxidant effects that you're going to get, it's a temporary restructuring of the molecules in water, right? It's a temporary production of these various antioxidants. Yeah. So you have to have a machine, because otherwise, once you pour the water, 7 days later, your water is no longer antioxidant, right? So the whole concept of a water bottling manufacturer then bottling it, could now not be done. If that was the case, I imagine Enagic may have done the same thing. Can't be done. So the water bottling manufacturers figured, well, there's another way we can make it alkaline. And what they did was they began to put alkaline minerals in water. That's alkaline. What is an alkaline mineral? Calcium is alkaline. Magnesium is alkaline. Potassium is alkaline. I think calcium and magnesium have to combine to make alkaline, something like that. But you can put alkaline minerals in water. If they're alkaline outside the water, they will still be alkaline within the water. So if I then do a pH test and test the water, it's going to show up as what? Alkaline, right? And then you can have this alkaline water, right? What are we looking at here? There's only one, what does that say? There is only 110 highest pH in the, so one of the companies is trying to tout themselves as the highest pH. And I'm going to break that down in a second, right? So what are we looking at here? Propel Zero water, pH 3.5. Oh, they're comparing all the different waters that are different pH. So here's your 7.6 alkaline, 7.9, 8.8 in Evermore, Essentia 9.4, well, whatever, right? Alkaline 10, 10.0, Eternal 8.1, Penta 7.8. All these waters are at alkaline levels because they're above a 7 on the pH scale, right? And Alkalife wants to make itself, we're king of all alkaline, we're 10.0. It's like Final Chapter, what's that group called? We go to 11. Totally unimportant. So what's happening with these waters? What's the distinction between this and Kangen water? Huh? So they are putting alkaline minerals in the water. What's this up here? Sodium chloride, magnesium, calcium. Yeah? What's in this one? Highlight that. Calcium or iron, right? What's the calcium do? It makes it alkaline. What's over here? What's this here? Potassium and magnesium. That's in this alkaline water, yeah? What's over here? Well, this is a little joke that the Condom water sponsors, put in there. Source water, Las Vegas Valley Water District. Real water, because Vegas is a desert. So how good is the water? Maybe they're drilling under the desert. I don't know. Gotta find an oasis. Once again, calcium and iron, right? So they're adding these minerals in here. Sodium bicarbonate, once again, alkaline. What's that sodium bicarbonate? Like baking soda. Whatever. Calcium chloride, blah, 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 blah. Right? So they're putting alkaline minerals in the water. These minerals are non-bioavailable. I imagine if they were bioavailable, it would take the color of a fruit or a vegetable. There are minerals in your soil. You plant your seeds so you can grow your produce. The plants will absorb the minerals and then convert that into an energy source for you, a bioavailable mineral. So you can't get your minerals from direct, soil sources. It's like eating rocks, I guess, or something. It's not the way it's done. So you have to get it through fruits and vegetables. And I imagine if they put bioavailable minerals in the water, it would take on the color of the fruit or vegetable it came from. And then, of course, it would no longer be clear, and you wouldn't think, well, it's not really water. I want something else. Probably they could bleach it or something like that, but that would make it more sinister, right? So the problem with these added minerals, non-bioavailable minerals, is that your body cannot convert that into energy. Therefore, it will lodge in your cells. So, and that can cause calcium buildup. And with these alkaline, non-bioavailable minerals lodging in your cells, that can lead to something called alkalosis. You know, what you're talking about is the pH of your organs going offline. I've known many people who've told me that they wanted to get healthy. They heard that alkaline water was good for them. They went out and they bought like 10 cases of Essentia, you know, because they want to really do the alkaline water thing, not realizing what the real case is. So it can lead to alkalosis. Alkalosis is a pH imbalance in the alkaline direction. Acidosis is a pH imbalance in the acidic direction. Both of them are bad, right? So if you're drinking a lot of mineralized alkaline water, you run the long-term risk of becoming pH imbalanced. And a pH imbalance will lead to cell dysfunction. And a cell dysfunction will lead to chronic illness. And the chronic illness can lead to many bad things, right? So you want to avoid that. So watch this. I'm skipping backwards here. Blah, 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 blah. So your body has different pH levels in different organs of the body. So we said before that the pH scale goes from 0 to 14, right? 7 is in the middle, right? Anything below a 7 on the scale is considered to be acidic. Anything above a 7 on the scale is considered to be non-acidic, or what's called alkaline, right? So now, let's look at the body. The body has varying ranges of pH, right? And I go over this again and again because it's so important for people to know, and there's so much lack of information out there. Matter of fact, there's so much information that's incorrect, we have to correct it on a regular and daily basis. So here's your pH scale in your body, right? Here are the various organs in the body. The lower stomach, the small intestine, the large intestine. What do we have here? Lower stomach, 1.5 to 4.0. Small intestines, 4.0 to 7.0. Large intestines, 4.0 to 7.0. 7 we say was neutral. Anything below a 7 is acidic. So we see that these organs here are in the acidic range. They come to neutral, but they're mostly in the acidic range. The stomach is, below a 7, so it's in the acidic range. Look up here, saliva, ranging from 6.5 to 7.5. That's the acidic range to the alkaline range. Yeah. So we see a variation, which means it's constantly in flux, depending upon the stage of digestion. You're eating food, you're digesting food, right? Look down here, urine, 4.5 to 8.0. That's from very far below the 7.0 neutral range, very far below 7 to the median acidic range to an alkaline range, right? So what happened to the body being alkaline? The body is not alkaline. If the body was alkaline, all of these readings would be like 7.2, 7.4, 7.5, 8.0, all of them. But they're not, right? So your body is not alkaline. That comes right back to my subject title. That worked out nicely, didn't it? Your body is not alkaline. Yeah? No. Your body has pH ranges from acidic to alkaline, and some organs that are constantly in flux, going from acidic to alkaline depending on their function at the time. So the heart, the bloodstream, capillaries, bloodstream, venomous blood, bloodstream, all right? So it's all like the alkaline range, right? The stomach, the digestive tract, so forth, acidic range. Other organs, look at that, the skeletal muscle, ranging from acid to alkaline. So your body will regulate that on its own. Watch this. To get away from this whole alkaline water thing, and you got to drink alkaline water, recognizing, I'll say this, that Kangen water is not alkaline water, not in the science sense, it's electrolyzed reduced water, all right? Watch this. Oranges, lemons, limes, grapefruits, tomatoes, as they say in Britain. They're all what? Acidic, right? But you can eat them. And you have historically understood that they are healthy for you. So if acid was bad per se, then why would you eat an orange or a lemon? What do people get into these days? Stay away from acidic foods. They're bad for you. This whole alkalinity thing got way out of hand. And no one's out there pulling the reins on it. It is just running wild. And so we all hear the rhetoric. We all believe what we hear. You know, a lot of times we expect a lot of information. Listen, if everybody knows, it must be right, right? What do they say in Games of Thrones? It is known, therefore it's true. Right? Listen, it happens, right? So it is known, it is known, it is known, it is not true. So what you have to be careful of are junk foods like candies, gluten-filled, desserts, Skittles, Twizzlers, all this kind of stuff. What even is that stuff? Not in the food chain anywhere, but people are, eating it because manufacturers advertise it well. McDonald's, what even is that? We're not even sure it's really food. That's right, I said it. We're not sure it's really food. That's right. The French fry will land under your car. I heard back in the day, you find that thing sometime later you go to a car wash, that thing may have been there for a long time. It never broke down. No bioavailability there. No bioavailability. I'll practice that later on. No bioavailability. Can't say it. No bioavailability there. So soda, very strong acid, but inorganic. Yeah? Gluten-filled donuts and desserts, damaging to the digestive tract, causing inflammation. Food substances that we're not sure about cause inflammation. And if you cannot break a food down, it's going to remain in your digestive system and lead to heavy toxicity. Yeah? And that toxicity will leach, will travel out into your bloodstream and reach your major organs. And if it reaches your major organs, it can cause a pH imbalance. And that pH imbalance can cause chronic illnesses or worse. Watch this, see? It says here, fluids in the human body function to provide digestion, lubrication, nutrient and oxygen transportation, and protection. To perform these functions, the acid levels must be varied. You should really say pH levels, so it can be more. Varied to match the bodily function. Overall levels of acidity or alkalinity are a measure on a pH scale and must be carefully controlled in each body fluid, right? So if the pH of any of these organs is offline, they can't work. The pH of an organ is vital for its function. And when the pH is imbalanced, it will lead to dysfunction. And dysfunction is where you see chronic illnesses, yeah? Two major issues going on with chronic illnesses. pH imbalance, which could most likely have come from high toxicity of some sort, and nutrition deficiencies. If you can get those two things online, your body is more able to do what it's designed to do, and that's be self-healing. So back here, with that junk food. So a lot of these, substances we take in, our body cannot break down into what it needs to for nutrition. A lot of it really isn't food. I mean, all the ingredients on these, packages, some of the words you can't even read, enunciate. So not that really is necessarily correlating to whether it's good for you or not, but I'm just saying. So it's not good for you. So you end up in a toxic situation. So it's not so much watching out for acidity, nor is it about reaching for alkalinity. Like apples, spinach, dark green leafy vegetables, those are more alkaline. Because they're alkaline doesn't necessarily mean that they're so beneficial because of their pH. They're beneficial because of their nutrient content, right? So acidic foods like lemons and limes, grapefruits and oranges, tomatoes, very good for you because they are organic substances your body's designed to ingest and convert to energy. Alkaline foods like apples, dark green leafy vegetables, and so forth, very good for you, because of the nutrition benefits, not necessarily because of the pH. Yeah. So you can ingest acidic foods that are organic. You can ingest alkaline foods that are organic. What we are watching out for are toxic substances. And a lot of the things that we get in junk foods are toxic substances, what I call edible matter, right? So we want to avoid those things. And thereby the body can be healthy. So your body is mostly water. Your blood is said to be over 90% water. Overall body overall said to be 70% water. So your body is water. The kind of water you have in your body will dictate your benefits from it. So if you're taking in a tap water that has a lot of chemicals, chlorine and fluoride, blah, 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 that's in all of your cellular systems. If you're taking in a Kangen water, now you have an antioxidant water in your body, and you're able to detox at the cellular level throughout. Let's go back to the top. Okay. So, Kangen water is an electrolyzed reduced water. It's produced in a process known as electrolysis. Electrolysis is a process where electricity comes in contact with water. Yeah. This is an example of one of our Kangen water machines called the ST501. I'm going to go over here so you can see it bigger, or maybe not. All right, fine. Here's the ST501. It has various settings on the machine through which you can choose the pH of the water, but more importantly, the antioxidant strength of the water. Yeah. And thereby, as you drink the water, it will detox you, removing toxicity. And the body being self-regulating will better be able to maintain its pH balance throughout, and therefore you can be healthy. This machine, of course, is the ST501, which I described before. It has been our flagship machine for about 17 years. Great machine, recommended. I have a couple of them, great to use. This is a platinum ST501. It is metallic in surface. The only difference between this and the prior machine is the color or the exterior. Some people like this machine because it has a decorative appearance that they like to see in their kitchen. Some people have stainless steel kitchens, stainless steel appliances. They like that to match. Looks great. Some people just like the fact that it looks kind of more modern. Great looking machine. I have one, although I loaned it to someone. Another story. So electrolyzed reduced water. This is the key. Detoxes the body, antioxidant effect. When your body can remove toxicity, it is better able to maintain pH balance. And when it is at pH balance, the body can be healthy. So this is the goal of the Kangen water machine. We're not looking to make you alkaline. Making you alkaline would not be the goal. If you're going out here and you're finding yourself drinking alkaline water in the bottle, beware, it is a long-term health issue. It can lead to pH imbalance, which can lead to organ dysfunction. That can have dysfunction on the liver, on the heart, and various things. So if you hear anything about alkaline water and its issues, it's about the mineralized water. Yeah? Very important. Let me show you this. Getting back to, I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but, I got a little creative today. When the body builds up with toxicity, there's a threat of the toxicity getting to the major organs. If the toxicity gets to the major organs, it will lead to organ dysfunction, or worse, okay? It will lead to organ failure. So the body has an immune response. The body will actually form fatty cells for the purpose of trapping this toxicity so that it does not reach your major organs. It's an immune response to protect your major organs from pH imbalance, which could lead to harm. And so if you find that you've actually gained a little extra weight, or for those maybe who if weight is an issue, it is more of an immune response. If you're looking to lose weight, trying to do things like that, oftentimes just changing the kind of food you eat doesn't necessarily work because there's a lot of toxicity built up in this kind of food intake or the edible matter intake, right? I said they're not really foods. So the first thing you have to do is remove the toxicity. Once you remove the toxicity, the body is better able to now absorb nutrients. If you can't remove the toxicity, your body can't absorb new nutrients, and you can't really get benefits from changing your diet. Some people will say, okay, I'll just eat salads for a while. Yeah, you probably starve yourself. The idea is to remove the toxicity and get good nutrition in. And that good nutrition will help to regulate your body systems, bring your body weight to where you want it to be, and remove the threat to your organs' vitality of the presence of toxicity. Kangen water is an antioxidant water. It will remove the toxic substances that have been trapped in your fatty cells. And once you remove that toxic substance from the fatty cells, the body no longer has a need for it. It being self-regulating will not dissipate the fatty cells, right? That's why, like I said, you see people who are trying to lose weight or change their lifestyle, and they can't lose it because they're not really detoxing it the way they need to. So if you're drinking a water on a regular basis that's detoxing, now you have a substance that will remove the toxicity, will better enable your body to actually get back to where it needs to be and what is efficient for your body's function. Yeah. So I think I've been a bit thorough, yeah? Watch out for this term here. When people talked about alkaline water being beneficial, they got into this thing about alkaline being good health and acid being bad health. What did we show you before? We showed you that some of the organs in the body are acidic. Some of them are alkaline. Acidity and alkaline do not equate to health or non-health. So when you see things like this, be cautious, and you could be a teacher to the next person. Yeah? Alkalinity is not about health. Acidity is not about poor health. What we want to avoid is toxic substances that lead to toxicity that can cause pH imbalance. pH imbalance is the issue. So this is not accurate. Alkaline being good health, acid being bad health. Otherwise, what's your stomach? Unhealthy all the time because it's acidic? Not, right? What about the large intestines and small intestines? Unhealthy because they're acidic? Not. What happens if your body shifts into a range of acids? So all of a sudden unhealthy? Wrong. Toxicity is what we have to avoid. There's healthy acidity, right? And there is healthy alkalinity. And all the organs being in their pH range is the important thing. Get it? Got it? Good. Wop, wop. So we are not alkaline. That's the take-home message. And that's something I want to make sure you all know. Lastly, your body can be very self-healing in this environment. And that's the whole key of the Kangen water machine. I'm going to keep jumping because I've just changed everything around today. So, hope your eyes can keep up with all this. Here we go. Whop, whop, bam, bam. Oh, man. All the way back here. Sorry, folks. Next time I'll rearrange my slide. Wham. So I often talk about the animals in the wild and make an observation to highlight to you as well. And it's a good thing for you to take a look at and to be aware of. Have you ever noticed that the animals in the wild don't suffer from the same chronic illnesses that the humans do? Do you often notice that they're not suffering with diabetes and high blood pressure and kidney failure? None of them are going to dialysis centers. You ever notice? Like, they don't go to the doctor. They're not seeing physicians. They're not taking medications. They're not being urged to do this, that, and the other. Yet their populations thrive. Jesus. Yet their populations thrive. Yeah? So you have to remember that the body is self-regulating. And you'll see the same case occur with the animals in the wild. What makes the difference between us and them? They're eating what? Produce, protein, whatever water they have access to, right? They are not intaking Skittles and Twizzlers, and they're not drinking any of that soda stuff, right? Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sprite, whatever the case is. None of that. So a lot of the toxic substances that we are plagued with, they are not. Therefore, they thrive. You always see them healthy. You never see them in any kind of decapitated. You never see them in any kind of depreciated health state. You never even see them turn gray. Another story. You know, the only time you see this in animals is when you've got pets, because pets eat the kind of processed foods that humans eat. You're buying dog food and cat food for them. What is that? Processed foods, possibly filled with gluten, possibly filled with different substances, right? Pet food is not what they would be eating in the wild, right? So they end up with a lot more issues. Then, of course, if you raise a child, if you raise a pet with children, young children, from a puppy to its, adult state, there's a real chance that those children are feeding that pet whatever. Oh, give him this, give him that. Oh, he likes it, right? No, feeding that pet all kind of stuff it should never have in its body. And that's why you see people who have pets that are like old. The pet is old. The pet is limping. The pet is obese, right? You would, and notice this, you could never see that in the wild, ever. Look at all the deer out there. Now, I'm going to go on to something. I'm going to take your questions. I want to make sure I get your Q&A because I just talk a lot, and sometimes I lose sight of the fact I get your questions. So, but look at all the deer in the wild. They're all the exact same size, no variation. The birds, all the same size. The raccoons, the foxes, the squirrels, all the same size, no variation. Yeah? What happens to the humans? What happens to the pets? Substances they shouldn't have in their body. So I can go on and on about the body being self-healing from the skin down to the surface of, down to the bones, because the body is healing on its own and you've observed it on your own. Put a cast on, waited several months, the bone healed, right? What made it do that? The body is self-healing. The skin, you get a scratch, you get a cut, it self-heals. What made it do that? The body is self-healing. Same self-healing ability will continue right down to the cellular level of the body as long as you have proper hydration. You can detox and have proper nutrition, right? So let me pause there because, apparently I can talk, right? Let me take your questions from out there. So what questions do you have? Come on board, ask me. We've got a little button here that says reactions that you'll see on your Zoom. You can hit that button and raise your hand. Matter of fact, it says raise hand, right? I'll see your hand as raised. I'll take your question into the call. And this is a great forum because you may have a question that I didn't bring up in a subject matter. And it gives an opportunity for others to learn from what your question is. So ask me a question. What? You want to know about the Kangen water machines? You want to know how they work? You want to know the health benefits? You want to know this, that, and the other? Any questions about what I described already, I am happy to answer. So let's see, can I unmute you guys? I'll allow you all to unmute yourself, and you can unmute yourself, come into the call, ask your question. When you ask a question and enriches the call, it educates others, it allows me to go into different subject matter and to go into different detail. So I encourage you to ask your question today. I'll pause a moment while I wait for you. I'm glad to see everyone's come on board here. I see people from the UK, I see people from Dubai, I see people from everywhere. I like to see, and that's always exciting. This call is actually a lot of fun, if you couldn't tell. But ask me your question now. If you're on Facebook, I'll also see you chatting. So if you want to put a little comment in there, I'll take your question in a text form. And we do have a little chat box. So those who are shy, I'll say hi. Yay! And you can put your question there. I'll see it and I'll answer it that way. So I've got many ways to handle this, and to be of service to you, which is what I enjoy doing. And while I do that, I'm also going to remind you that you can also ask me questions offline. During the week, you can contact me anywhere in the world. That's true. I've got several phone lines. emails, and of course websites. And on those sites, you can reach me. So I'll share this so you can see it as well. Wow. So here we are. The dream we all dreamed of. So my organization worldwide is called Kangen Water Nation. Yeah. Our main website is kangenwaternation.com. Kangenwaternation.com. It has a pop-up with our phone numbers in several sectors of the world. For the United States, there's an 800 number. You can reach us through the U.S. and Canada. Fine. In the UK, we have a phone number that is good for use anywhere throughout Europe and Africa, even Asia. Fine. I like everyone using that phone line in that part of the world. If you are in Arab countries, the UAE, you can reach us through our Dubai phone line as well. And I'll take your questions, see what you have to ask. And if you have someone who's looking to purchase a machine, I'm here to process an order in any country in the world. So KangenWaterNation.com is our main website. 866-526-4368 is our USA Canada phone number. In the UK, reach us at 0800-086-9793. That's 0800-086-9793. No, I actually have a WhatsApp number in the UK. I think I'll share that next time. So you have access to that. You can reach me on WhatsApp. If you're outside of the UK and you're in Europe, Africa, India, go ahead, Russia, go ahead and Asia, use our UK phone line because we get all our international calls through that line. The country code is +44 800-086-9793. That's +44 800-086-9793. In the UK, of course, just dial 800-086-9793. In Dubai, 800-018-589. That's 800-018-589. Of course, you don't need your country code in your own country. Our website in the UK is kangenwaterlondon.co.uk. We actually have a location there and installation experts that come into your home throughout the UK, throughout London, and the greater London region. We go into Wales. We go into northern England. We have installation experts as well in Northern Ireland and Ireland Prime, or the rest of the continent, the rest of the country, and England, Wales, Scotland. Scotland's a bit far for us, but we do manage to help you get your machine installed, and we've got many customers up there that can help. Yeah. In the UAE, in Dubai, we are KangenWaterDubai.com. And we've got representatives there that can help you in the processing of your order, as well as our Dubai Magic headquarters. So we look to be very thorough and be here for you. Once again, here to take any questions as we get ready to close out. We are at the top of this magic hour. I'm so glad you all have come out to see us. What is that? Oh. Looks like something on the computer, like, you know, with the sunlight is hitting it, I guess it makes it look blue. So anyway, glad you all come aboard today. Glad to see you all as well on Facebook. Once again, ask questions when you're here, ask questions offline. Always happy to hear from you. And that's what I got to say about that. So no one has a question? That was all perfectly clear? Not one iota. Come on, folks. But I always enjoy hearing from you. At least I'm glad to see you, and I'm glad to see you all here, and you always joined us, and you appear to be joining us every week. So hopefully we're doing something beneficial and good, right? So Dr. Lisa Singletary may be with us at some time in the future. Once again, she is on sabbatical, and she brings another light to the call in health information. And I may actually go into some details on some of the subject matter that I'm very well versed in. Diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney failure. I'm very well versed in cancer issues. I am a certified holistic health coach, so I can be a benefit to you. If you have questions, I'm happy to take those questions offline and answer them and be of service to you and yours. Yeah? So, all right. So, folks, we're going to go ahead and head out. And as we head out, I'll leave our contact information up. Is it on this slide as well? Maybe not as much, but I'm going to leave our contact information up so that you can jot that down if you hadn't already. And, I'm always glad to see you and always glad that you counter our call. So as we close out, go ahead and stop the information you might need, okay? All right. God bless you all. See you again here on the Kangen Water Health Information Call. Cheers to all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, was that someone talking? I thought I heard someone speaking.
Yeah, I was saying thank you. I really enjoyed
Oh,
it.
cheers to you as well. Cheers to you as well.
Thank you
so much. And thank you all for coming here today.
Can I ask a
And thank you all for coming on Facebook. I see you all on Facebook. I'll look this way for Facebook now. I got an Applebee's fancy. Hey, Monica.
I think someone is trying to ask a question.
Oh, I hear a question. Let me come back before we dial out. Stand by.
Yeah,
Stand by
Eden.
1 second.
Saying,
As I pause our intro music. Go ahead. I hear a question was up there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question. My name is Eden, calling from London. Hello, everybody. I went to GP 2 weeks ago, and they said because I started drinking this energetic water this last year, and my sugar and cholesterol dropped from 9.5 to 5.5. And I went back a year later, which was 2 weeks ago, and they said to me, oh, my sugar has gone up to 8.3. And I was wondering, what do I do to bring it down again? Do I continue drinking 8.5 or 9.5?
Good question. So that's a good question. You know, sometimes you have to drink the Kangen water at the level that's best for your body type. And what happens is when you drink the water at the 8.5 level, you give yourself a milder detoxification. Yeah. At that milder detoxification, your body is very well able to remove toxicity efficiently. Sometimes when we go up to the 9.5 pH level, we're actually moving a larger volume of toxins out of the body at a time. The body may or may not be able to remove toxins at that rate. So a person drinking the Kangen water at 9.5 might not be eliminating the toxicity because the body is not able to move it out. So for example, like a big example, if there's a high toxicity load in the body, right? And you drink a 9.5 pH of the electrolyte reduced Kangen water, you're moving a large volume through your lymphatic system to your colon for elimination from the body, right? Now, it may be moving so much toxicity that it overwhelms the lymphatic system to a degree, and that it overloads the colon. So instead of the toxins being able to leave, they're caught in what I call a traffic jam. And if they can't get out of the body, they're going to then begin to leach out into the bloodstream and go back into the body systems. So instead of removing the toxicity that leads to pH balance, the toxicity is held onto. It's maybe you reroute it, but it never left. So now the body can't achieve pH balance, and because it cannot achieve pH balance, you don't get the health benefits. So going back down to the 8.5 is a better idea. You know, drink it where it's supposed to be. For example, one of the first things I taught when I first started these calls was drinking the pH level that is right for you. Maybe I'll do that on a separate call where I go into the details of that. Because people had the Kangen water machines for years. Many people saw great health benefits from it, right? Many people also saw that they weren't necessarily always getting great benefits. And they wondered why. Well, the average person was drinking the Kangen water at the 9.5 level. Once again, that concept of the body is alkaline, drink alkaline water, be alkaline, you be healthy. And with that, everyone got to the concept that drinking the high pH, since alkalinity was good, the more alkaline, the better. So they were drinking the 9.5, which was a very high detox level. Well, the body may not have been able to get rid of the toxins at that level. So I always recommend that everyone drink the water at the 8.5 level for at least the first 30 days on the Kangen water. And then you can go up to the upper level of 9.0 or 9.5 if your body is adapting to that well. Well, instead, I tell people stay at the 8.5 level, and if you go beyond the first 30 days and you find your body is better adapted to the 8.5, stay at the 8.5. Because in fact, there is no race to the top. Yeah, there is no I got to get to 9.5 to be healthy, concept. The body is self-regulating. It'll remove toxicity at the rate it's able to. Now, whether you're very slender or whether you're carrying extra weight, it doesn't necessarily make a distinction, because sometimes we can be very slender and have a very high toxic load. Sometimes we could be overweight, and the fatty cells in our body, acting as an immune response, are trapping toxicity, therefore we have a higher toxic load, right? But both cases will have a digestive tract that will be compromised. Part of the reason for the high toxic load is that the digestive tract becomes compromised, and it cannot successfully remove toxicity. Therefore, the toxins are going to go up into the bloodstream, into the cell systems, and cause problems, cell problems. So everyone should start at 8.5, remove the toxicity as efficiently as possible at that rate. And then sometimes over the course of a year, 2 years, whatever, 8.5 is still the best for you. It all depends on your body type. So if you're not seeing the results that you had initially and you've been drinking condom water consistently, my recommendation is to go back to the 8.5 and stay there. I also recommend that you drink about 75% of your body weight in ounces towards a good detox level, and do that on a regular basis. So for many people who are over 125 pounds, that will be about a gallon a day or 4 liters a day. We look at it in liters. When you first wake up in the morning, drink 32 ounces of the Kangen water. It will remove toxicity that is ready to be removed from your night before. You get up in the morning, everyone's got to go to the bathroom. You have to go to the bathroom because your body is preparing, is detoxing and cleansing itself while you sleep. And when you get up in the morning, you have to go. So you want to drink 32 ounces. That way you have enough water in your system to flush your digestive tract, to flush your colon. Right? And that starts your day off with a great detox, which can help in balancing the pH right away from the start of the day. As a matter of fact, if diabetes is an issue, you'd want to drink your 32 ounces in the morning, 1 liter, before you eat breakfast when you first rise. And then test your glucose levels to see where they are. You'll actually get the truest reading after you drink your 32 ounces, because you would have removed your toxicity or your toxic load for the morning. And then your body is going to be able to balance out, and then you can see where you really are. Then you would do the same thing at 12 noon, same thing at 3 o'clock p.m., do the same thing at 6 p.m. in the evening. So that, throughout the daytime, you are detoxing regularly, hydrating regularly, and keeping your body at pH balance. This is particularly a great benefit for those who might be dealing with chronic illnesses, and the body staying at a pH balance over the course of the day is now better able to self-regulate its pH, stay at balance, and keep itself healthy. So more self-healing can occur as long as you're staying at pH balance, you got proper energy levels, you've got proper nutrition. So go back down to 8.5, and thereby there is where you should see good results. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And also one more question. Sorry, I know it's about to finish.
Take your time.
Because I went for my eye test as a diabetic patient, and the doctor there says do not do too much blood, your glucose level. I shouldn't be pricking my finger too much. So I've stopped doing that because of the blurry eye. I tend to get blurry eye, and once I blink, the blurry disappears, my eyes is back to normal. But I will stick to 8.5 because I've been drinking 9.5. Hoping that.
That's the case. And so many people, so you see, I like the fact that you asked the question, because it wasn't something I touched on specifically, you see? So that's the key thing here. What level of condom water should you be drinking? The level that is best adapted to your body. If you find you're not getting good results, go to 8.5. There's no race to 9.5, even though there was a huge campaign years ago that might still be going on with the 9.5. What are they saying? Come alive with 9.5, right? It's not necessary, right? See, when you know more of the background of what the condom water is as electrolyzed reduced water, then you can approach it more accurately and use the water for your body more effectively. Now we get to the core of the matter, yeah? So it's an antioxidant water, not an alkalizing water. It has a pH level that measures the antioxidant strength. You drink the Condom water per the rate at which your body is most comfortable and efficient at removing toxicity. And sometimes it'll be 8.5, sometimes it'll be 9.0, sometimes it'll be 9.5. Adjust it for yourself, and your body talks to you. You can feel what's going on. You know when you feel well and when you're not feeling so well. So you'll then be able to drink the water at the level that's designed for your body, and thereby you can have great results.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome, Edom. Yeah, and once again, contact anytime. Happy to help you with your machine and use it. And you're in the UK, correct?
I'm in UK with Angie.
Oh, Angie. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Angie.
Angela.
What's her last name? Angela.
She's the one that said to you, I have a question to ask.
Oh, okay, fine. So, fine. Well, glad to have you all from the UK. Glad to see England present. You're in England or Wales, or where are you?
London.
In London, nice. England, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for the lecture.
Right.
It was beautiful. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. And once again, thank you for coming on board and asking your question. And thank you all again for coming to the call. See, that's what I mean. You all have questions, you should bring it up. You all have a comment, you should bring it up, because it enriches the call. I'll go into an area that I didn't think to go into, right? You know?
I know I had a question from one of my guests, but I don't know if she's in the meeting. I sent her the website, but I don't know if she's there. Agnes is her name. She said she has got a question, but it was something to do with her daughter. But I said to her, next time, bring your question and they will be able to answer for you.
Well, I see her on the line now. So Agnes, you have a question? You can go ahead with your question. Let me hear what your question is.
Agnes, ask your question now. I'm not a doctor. The doctor is there. Ask your question.
I'm going to correct that in a second. But go ahead. Agnes, you had a question? Let me see. Make sure you're unmuted. Let's see. So where's Agnes? Agnes has a question. I'm going to take questions. And can I hear her? I should be able to hear her. Well, Agnes, if you have a question, you can ask the question. You're able to unmute yourself. Let me see. Oh, you just came on board. So, okay, go ahead. You're unmuted. Go ahead and ask your question, Agnes. I can hear you if you speak. You have a question, Agnes? Now, Agnes, you might need to unmute yourself or somehow give yourself a microphone, because I don't see a microphone with your video. Unmute your microphone. Do you ever see a microphone on your Zoom? Go ahead and unmute that. And I see Edom, you're muted. That's fine. Okay. Agnes, if you have a question, I'm gonna take it. And maybe if Agnes can't get unmuted, maybe Edom, you could ask the question she had.
The thing is, I cannot. It was something to do with fibroid cell. I don't know, but she said she had a question for her daughter whenever she's about to have a monthly cycle that she normally. Yeah. I don't know. She's the one. She'll be able to answer because she's the mom.
Right. So Agnes, if we can't hear you, you can pop out and come back in. Maybe we can hear you then if you come in again. But I'll answer the question based on what you said. You said about a menstrual cycle, you said about menses, and you said about fibroids, right? So what you want to do in that case, you want to make sure you're detoxing at about 75% of the body weight of the daughter of the young woman, so that her body can remove toxicity most efficiently and have a better opportunity. The fibroids create a lot of inflammation. And the inflammation creates a lot of pain. If you can detox, you can remove the excessive inflammation, which will remove the pain, which will give your body a better opportunity to deal with the fibroid presence. One thing about fibroids that all the women should be aware of is you have to be conscious of the amount of touching you do of cell phones, your direct contact with wireless devices. See, the fibroids produce a great deal of inflammation. and the inflammation can be exacerbated by the cell phone signals that actually create a great deal of inflammation. So if you have inflammation present, it will build upon it. So every time you touch a cell phone, every time you touch an iPad, every time you touch a wireless laptop, they're producing a microwave signal, not the same the kind of signal that it heats up something, but the one that can cause cell damage and that can cause inflammation. So once inflammation is present, it can be exacerbated by the touching of wireless devices. So consider anti-inflammatories, but like turmeric. Like for example, Ucan is an excellent anti-inflammatory. It is a turmeric nutrient combination. Your electrolyte reduced water at about a gallon per day, 1 liter in the morning when you first rise, 1 liter around 12 noon, 1 liter around 3 p.m. in the afternoon, 1 liter around 6 p.m. or so, right? That will remove a lot of the inflammation that's going on and help the body to begin to deal with the fibroid issue. Full nutrition and anti-inflammatories like with turmeric will also help to remove more inflammation, which can help to begin to deal with the fibroid issue, right? So you can find yourself pain-free if you're detoxing most successfully. And when you're pain-free, your pH balanced. When you're pH balanced, your body does a lot when it comes to self-healing. You should also find that menses would not be very painful. It would also help to regulate them better. So you can be healthy. So that's what my answer will be to that. Otherwise, you can try to reach me offline at kwnation7@gmail.com, kwnation7@gmail.com. I'll take your questions there too, or any one of our phone lines that I talked about earlier, okay? So hopefully I was able to answer that question and be of help. And, once again, we'll see about signing out. All right? All right. So where am I?
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, hopefully I was helpful with that. All right now. All right. We're going to get our happy dappy music on the way out. Once again, really glad to have you all on board, joining us on a regular basis here on the Kangen Water Health and Information Call with me, Terrence Hope, 6A, soon to be 6A2, and Dr. Lisa Singletary, MD, who is now on sabbatical and may join us again. In the future, I will also have some new guests coming on board, some herbologists, and nutrition experts. So we're going to hear a different subject matter from different persons coming aboard, and we'll be able to take your questions regarding herbs, nutrients, detoxification, and so many more things. Yeah. So we'll look to be thorough, and we'll look to be all things for all people, and we'll be here for you on a regular basis. See you again next Saturday and next Wednesday as well, same time. And I noticed we got a real big population on Saturday. We'll have more free time. I get that, And so we'll see you then, and be well. All right? Take care. All right now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.